Hello and welcome to Kentucky Brew Reviews. I'm Radar.
Special K, and tonight we're doing Sierra Nevada's Liquid Hoppiness IPA. It's a juicy IPA, 7% alcohol by volume. We picked this one up directly from Sierra Nevada in Asheville, North Carolina. We went ahead and poured them because the camera wasn't recording the first time we started doing it.
Is this a new show format? No, we just screwed up the camera.
So head is off-white. It's got a ton of particulate in there, lots of fine. It's like almost suspended in the beverage.
That's a good word for it. It smells
delicious.
It smells like fruit skins.
It's very citrus forward, a little hoppy. It's very bright.
Yeah.
It would be the word I'd like to use, bright.
I was going to say oils, like, you know, the little bottles of essential oils.
Yeah, I'm not really big on the essential oils, but if you are, you know.
One of my employees had an essential oil for everything.
They also enjoy crystals.
Man, I actually yes, they did. I was going to say I don't know, but yes, she constantly told me about crystals too.
Yeah.
No. But I came in one day, I had like a mild cold, and she said, like, I have the thing for you, and she rummaged around in her bag, and you could hear the clinking. So she was like a warlock in her bag going through her little vials, and she came out with some regular oil from like a lemon or something. It was lemon flavored oil, and she rubbed some on my hands, and she was like, "You'll feel better in a minute." I didn't. I still felt like I had a cold, but
what's
the oil people, man?
You drinking this beer would probably do better than rubbing oil in.
That would make me feel great.
Ooh. It's got a little bit of a ashiness to it. Can't put my finger on it.
Oh, like the texture. You're talking about the texture, right?
The mouthfeel. It's like
kind of dry.
It's dry, and it's like the hoppiness on it is a little. Reminds me of like wood ash, a little bit.
Okay.
I know it's a weird description.
I'm trying to think.
That's how I roll.
See, I don't cook a whole lot over wood anymore, but I know what you're talking about.
Just on the back end, it's very subtle.
The like dry acidicness of ash that gets added to food.
Yeah.
Is that weird? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Up front, it's fruity, floral, hoppy, it's juicy, drinkable. It's what you'd expect from Sierra Nevada. I wouldn't say this is going to blow me out of the water by any means, but it's definitely a solid beer for sure.
I mean, it does make me feel happy and liquidy. So, I kind of dig the fruitiness. It's not overpowering, and it's not super sweet. Again, it's kind of like the peel. It's like the lemon/orange peel. The way that smells while you're peeling it, kind of the way that tastes.
Price on it is Sierra Nevada's prices are always pretty good on their beers, and this is a $10 6-pack.
Mm-hmm.
Hazy little thing, stuff like that. Those are only $8. That's such the prices.
Sierra Nevada does a great. You're wearing a Sierra Nevada headband. I just now realized that.
I just realized that I'm wearing it too. But yeah, they came from Sierra Nevada.
Yep. Man, that place is awesome.
I like their headbands. They look good.
That's true.
I mean, I didn't like the other ones because they were pink, but I went with the classic pale ale. You know. They didn't have, torpedo.
I'm a little bit surprised I didn't have any that were torpedo ale branded.
Yeah. I think it's because the screen is the same color as this one.
Yeah.
So back on the rating on this one, I'm going to go and let you go first.
I think this is an easy 7.5. Now, like you were saying earlier, some of their beer is very reasonably priced. This is less reasonably priced, but it's still priced better than a lot of other, like, craft beers.
At 7%
floating around.
Okay. 7%, $10 is not bad.
This is a solid beer. I would drink a 6-pack of this, and I wouldn't be mad that I spent $10 on it either.
7.5 right there with you. It's good. It's easy drinking. It's not too hop forward, so it makes it go down. It's what you want in a hazy. It's juicy. You have all those nice fruit and citrus notes in there. That sort of woody ashiness I was talking about on the back end. I'm not saying like barrel aged. I'm talking about these, like he said, like an acidic, almost like wood ash kind of flavor on the back end. It cuts through some of the other thing. It's kind of nice. It cuts through all that sweetness and then wraps it up in a nice A little bow.
It's a very dry aftertaste. I like the aftertaste, what they're doing with it.
Now, the most important question is, would you recommend it?
Yeah, actually I would. Sierra Nevada has a pretty solid beer here, and it's not like any of the other Sierra Nevada beer that are springing to mind instantly. This is different, and I like that.
Yeah, I'd recommend it. I'd say go ahead and go for the Ho Sixer. It's easy enough drinking, and I think enough people would enjoy it where even if you couldn't finish it, you could definitely pass it out to some friends at a party.
Oh yeah.
So along line like that. Can on it's nice too. It's different than all their other cans. I feel like they've been getting a lot more bolder on some of their artwork, especially with their hazy little thing line, because now there's 3 of those.
Yeah.
I like it. It's traditional. It just has a bunch of hops on it. Looks pretty. Nice logo.
You have got to go to the Sierra Nevada Brewery. Like, the whole thing is an experience.
It's like Willy Wonka and Chocolate Factory. Like, they have a campus. You drive up a driveway. It's magical. It's a magical experience.
There are 2 stages for live shows on their campus.
And you forgot the inside one, too.
Next to the restaurant. There's a restaurant.
It's essentially a beer museum.
There's like 4 bars.
Yeah. It's a beer museum. You have a beer museum. You're allowed to walk around the entire campus with a beer.
Mm-hmm.
Cornhole available to people. The tour. It's free to just go there.
There's a cage to put your children. It's not really a cage. It's like a pen. There's like a pen where you can like, your kids can run around in there and you can sit on a bench that faces it. And it's fantastic.
Highly recommend checking out Sierra Nevada or any of their beers. Definitely worth checking out. Now, we went to the one in Asheville, not the one in California. I believe the other one's in California. I used to think it was in Colorado, but I was corrected, and then I looked it up, and it is actually in California. I don't know if it's as fantastic as the one in Asheville, but
it would be difficult, man.
That one, I've been to a lot of breweries in my life, and granted, this is Sierra Nevada's a big brewery, but this one was it was impressive.
And the gift shop.
Right.
Now, normally when you go to I think of this place as kind of a museum. It looks like a museum. It's set up the same way. There's like a self-guided tour, or you can get a paid-for tour. We didn't do the paid-for tour because we're cheap, and we're also late.
Last minute, as usual.
We did the self-guided tour. There were 2 bars. Actually, there were 3. You pass by one, you go past another, and then in the middle of the self-guided tour, there's a 3rd one. There's lots of opportunities to get beer during a tour, is the important part of this conversation.
$6, between $4 and $6 pints too.
Yeah, it wasn't overpriced. The gift shop though, at the end, it was not like a regular gift shop where everything is like 12 times as much as it should cost. Everything was a really decent price.
$20 t-shirts. This head wrap was like $4 or $5.
Yeah.
They had mustard. We got a thing of Sierra Nevada mustard for like $3 or $4.
Yeah,
it was pretty solid mustard. All right, well, we're getting off subject here, so let's go back on the beer. We got distracted because Sierra Nevada is an amazing brewery. But this beer, I would recommend it. Go for it. Give it a try. Like all other Sierra Nevada beers, they generally don't do too many bad beers out there. Mm-hmm. All right, well, that's been our episode. If you'd like to see anything else on the channel, you can leave a comment down below. Don't forget to hit that like button. I'm Special K.
I'm Radar. Thanks for watching.